Earlier this year, Steam released an update which would allow users to write reviews for games. Users could then read what other users had to say about whatever game they were reviewing to decide whether it was their cup of tea or another pile of rubbish. So that's what this series is about, looking for bad reviews of games and reading them in stupid voices. And what better way to start this off than by checking out Steam's third most popular game and my personal favourite, Team Fortress 2. Hopefully you'll find this somewhat entertaining and come to realise that people took time out of their day to write these, just as I've taken time out of my day to mimic them. I'm pretty sure this game was just thrown together and put out to cash in on the popularity of Hunger Games. You can tell because the sniper has a bow and arrow. No thanks. Sorry, so did Robin Hood, and he's got a Robin Hood hat. So, why doesn't he cash in on that? I want 3 months of my life back. I guess you don't know the point of TF2, I guess. Well, f*** you then! Addicting but stupid. The classes are cool. They're all different and they have unique playstyles. The unique weapons and hats are cool, but you need to pay for them. Note, paying is not necessary. New weapons might be better in one way, but they are worse in another. Plus, you unlock a couple just by getting achievements. Characters are all like the Flash though, except the heavy, which means landing a hit is pretty difficult. This might make it fun for some, but for me, it's just annoying. I'm used to playing COD, in which headshots are not impossible. Different game modes are cool and all, but I just can't play it. It's not for me. I know many people who love it, but I'm not one of them. 6 out of 10. If only for a simple fact that others like it, I'm not going to give it a 3.
Got into a competitive server, saw a bunch of people doing conga, and don't give a shit about the objective. Got kicked for killing the conga. Rest in peace, Team Fortress 2. From the year that this game created, the day that conga created.
For a game that's frequently taunted its competitive community with the handicaps for lesser players, holding down these competitive players and gutting them with a spoon, TF2 is still incredibly entertaining. I still play regularly after so long. I love this game. Hang on. He says he loves this game, but he's giving it a downvote? What? Not so interested. I love this game! Hang on a minute, he's giving it a thumbs down as well. Why are people giving it thumbs down if they like the game? Oh, here we go, here's a big one.
Although I have spent 100 plus hours on this game, I found it to be quite boring and struggled to see the objective. The game is practically a head simulator / dance simulator. To be honest, there are no ranks and there is no sense of achievement. The only near thing to achieving would be getting strange weapons. Other than that, people will just show off their hats, miscs and weapons. I would enjoy the game if it was a bit more serious. There is a reason there is no competitive for this, and it is purely a bit of a joke. I have played this game since 2009, and it's kind of depressing that I've only fulfilled 100 hours. That just shows how much I don't really like it. If you want kids who mock every other game and are biased and are very overprotective about their game, then I highly recommend you play this. If you want a game that doesn't have senseless, immature 12-year-olds killing each other with flamethrowers, rocket launchers, with jam that looks like blood, then go play CSGO. CSGO has realism and isn't full of immature, obnoxious kids who annoy people. Thanks.
Are you sure about that? Bad game, I can't understand what too funny to shoot and jump like ammed idiots. Ammed idiot. Hats! Keys! Hats! Buds! Hats! Ah! Pretty pay to win and not very fun, in my opinion. Even though it's free, don't get it. Unless you want the Garry's Mod content, which is why it is still installed. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give him that one. Because, you know, it's a bit like Left 4 Dead, isn't it? Where you need to own the game to access the content. So this game is 1/W230. I was so bad, sir. Even the Mass Effect was than tough. F this. What? Never again. This game has brought much fun, but every time it's getting updated, the number of errors raise. No matter what settings I use, or whatever internet connection I am on, this game just doesn't like me playing it. Random disconnects, custom files that refuse to be downloaded, and of course, more disconnects. I googled for every possible solution till my eyes hurt, without success of course. Why do I even bother playing anymore? Oh yeah, because I bought this game and dozens of people I know play it. Oh, and look, they decided to have a little chat about laptops in German. I'm obviously not going to try and talk in German because, well, you heard my impression there.
0 out of 11, can't post my high score on Tumblr.
Why would you want to? Oh. Okay. Moving along.
Unbox the crate. Got a strange pain train. 11 out of 10. Would unbox again.
Are you serious?
The top fat man in Valve designed this awful game to suckle money from stupid land whales. This game is the virtual equivalent of a Twinkie on a string. How cruel for Gabe the Hutt.
Sorry. Gabe the Hutt. I've heard of a lot of things for Gabe, but Gabe the Hutt's a new one. How cruel of Gabe the Hutt to take
It took me 250 hours from my life to realize this game just purely sucks!
Oh, God, how the throat. Alright, there's a reason I left this one last. Well, two reasons, actually. The first one, it's very long. And second, I think this is the best rant I've found. And you know what they say about keeping the best for the last. So, make up your own mind. First, let me preface this by saying this will be an extremely long review. This is because I have been playing since beta, and have clocked over 14,000 hours. You can take off a few hundred or so for accidentally leaving the computer on overnight, but I assure you that they are otherwise legit. I have no life whatsoever. I am not trying to brag by with these, I am just trying to give some perspective. When TF2 was first announced and the initial trailer was released, I jumped right on it. I had been playing TFC for years and was a huge fan. From the moment I saw the minigun muzzle flash and the hilarious soldier rocket jump sequence, I knew there was something special. Somewhere along the way, TF2 has strayed from its roots. One of my favourite aspects since the beginning, the art style, has now gone to shit, and frankly, has been that way for years. What was once a beautiful, unique, purposeful, sophisticated visual style is reduced to random shit on top of people's heads, painted obnoxious colours, and gaudy BS rotating around their hats. The colour palette used to be neutral and low saturation. Every visual aspect was simple where it needed to be, complex where it needed to be. These decisions were made for a reason, and looks damn good because of it. Seriously, why are planets rotating around your head? Are you the sun? People have no taste whatsoever in this game. Bright pink and lime green are an eyesore, and yet every dumbass paints 3 of their cosmetic items that to stand out. No one knows anything about complementary colours or contrast. That's why the damn art department of this game should have stuck to the art direction. Some of the cosmetics are stupid/terrible looking in and of themselves. The XCOM hair, the Bolgan, they look terrible. They should never have been put in the game. This all brings me to another point. Item names. Item names and descriptions are oftentimes cringeworthy, made from the same uncreative people who slap together a Frankenstein head, a sweater and flip-flops and call it a day. Aimbot.exe for your sniper rifle. Wow, real original there. Stupid internet memes like problem or boom headshot. If you want to have a cringe fest, search TF2 unoriginal item names without quotes on Google and go to the paste bin link. It should be the 5th result. Someone scanned 3 million backpacks, and that's the result. These are the people you are playing the game with, if you do play. Speaking of the community, one of my least favourite aspects of gaming is oftentimes the terrible communities that spawn from it, and the gaming community in general. What once was a general positive atmosphere among the games has now been reduced to constant whining about pointless things like class choices. OMG, 3 snipers is the eternal cry of the TF2 tryhard, who never seem to understand that it's a video game at the end of the day, and to let people play what they want. These people believe that a switch is somehow flicked that makes it impossible to win once you exceed X of Y class, and it is then necessary to bitch about it. I've seen teams of 3 spies, 3 snipers win, 6 snipers, all spies, you name it, it doesn't matter. Speaking of the TF2 player base, the TF2 player base has grown to be a bunch of idiots apparently, because the servers I see populated are terrible 32-player 2-fort instant respawn servers, where the map becomes an even worse stalemate than it already is, and tastelessly over-modded Mario Kart servers. In addition, a lot of servers have ads that not only play when you join, but when you spawn. Also, there are pay-to-win servers that are actually populated. It boggles my mind! To sum it up, this game is not what it used to be. It is a bloated, tacky shadow of its former self. The only reason I play it is because I have an endless mods 2 for instance disable terrible unusual effects that I turn both voice chat and text chat off. This should not be necessary to enjoy a game. Screw what TF2 has become. I think that about wraps things up for this video. If you liked what you saw and enjoyed listening to the soothing sounds of my voice, then by all means subscribe to my channel where I shall attempt to make another one of these. I have no idea what game I'll do next though, so let's leave that as a mystery. Okay, bye!